My parents pressured me to lose weight for my sister's wedding, but after I changed, they couldn't handle my success. As a child, I was always heavier than others. Even in kindergarten, my size set me apart. While classmates were still discovering their uniqueness, I already stood out. As the years passed, my weight became more visible. By high school, I was undeniably overweight, and my body became a constant reminder of how different I was. College wasn't much different. While others explored their interests and identities, I felt stuck in mine, overweight, and constantly struggling with it. Being bigger wasn't easy. It made me a target for ridicule, cruel jokes, and harsh comments from people who never cared to know me. I was bullied more than I'd like to remember. Insults chipped away at my confidence, making me doubt myself in ways I couldn't easily overcome. Classmates teased me, laughed at me, and left me feeling excluded, as if I wasn't worthy a friend. I was left out of games, parties, and gatherings. It felt like I was always on the outside looking in, unable to take part in the normal ups and downs of childhood. Years of bullying shaped how I viewed myself. I felt out of place, so I turned to books. Literature became my escape, my safe space where no one judged me. But even then, I was labeled the nerd, something I didn't particularly like. My younger sister, Bonnie, was the complete opposite. Just a year younger, she had a natural charm that drew people in. She was confident, social, and full of energy. She could light up any room with her humor and charisma, while I stayed quiet and reserved. Bonnie made friends effortlessly, and people seemed eager to support her. Despite our differences, I adored her. I felt protective and proud to be her older sister, especially when she started high school with me. At first, it felt good having her around, but as she grew older, things changed. She began to notice how different we were, and how differently people treated us. While she was popular and outgoing, I was quiet and seen as awkward. She eventually distanced herself from me. It hurt, but I tried to accept it. What was harder to accept was when she began joining others in mocking me. In school hallways, at lunch, even at home, Bonnie and her friends found ways to embarrass me. They laughed at my body, mocked my interests, and barged into my room as if I were an object of ridicule. It felt like my own sister had become part of the same cruelty I'd been dealing with for years. When I spoke to my parents about it, I hoped they'd understand. Instead, they dismissed my concerns, telling me this was just how siblings behaved. They said I was too sensitive, that I should toughen up. Hearing that from them made me feel even more isolated, as though no one in my own family cared how much it hurt. The only time I felt truly noticed was when I brought home good grades. Academics came naturally to me, and my parents loved bragging about my achievements. It was the one area where I felt valued. But to Bonnie, those comparisons only fueled resentment. She wasn't academically focused, and the constant reminders of my success frustrated her. Sometimes she sabotaged me, even stealing my assignments. Years later, she admitted it while drunk. Although we've matured since then, our relationship never fully healed. After graduation, I moved away and built a life in another city. I had work I enjoyed, new opportunities, and independence. My contact with family became limited to occasional calls and visits. Last year, during a summer trip home, things took a turn. At a family lunch, Bonnie announced her engagement. I was genuinely happy for her, until she suddenly turned to me and said, "But why are you still fat? If your life is so amazing, shouldn't you have lost weight by now?" Her words reopened old wounds. Then my parents joined in, criticizing me for still being overweight and unmarried. In their eyes, my accomplishments didn't matter. Only my size and lack of a family did. They praised Bonnie for her engagement, while dismissing my own achievements. What was supposed to be a joyful reunion turned into a painful reminder of my past. They mocked me for not being married, insisted I was wasting my life, and told me that without weight loss, I'd never attract a partner. I felt like I was back in high school, fighting for approval that would never come. Their words stayed with me. When I returned home, I pushed myself to lose weight, not just for them, but eventually for myself. I joined a gym, followed a strict diet, and worked with a personal trainer who had gone through her own transformation. She helped me create a realistic plan and guided me with encouragement. For the first time, everything clicked. I began losing weight steadily, and with it came a new sense of confidence. As I transformed, people treated me differently. Strangers were kinder, friends were more respectful, and for once, I felt seen. I updated my wardrobe, changed my hairstyle, and embraced a version of myself I never thought possible. I wasn't just changing physically, I was finally feeling proud and assured. Now, with Bonnie's wedding only weeks away, my family wants me back for final preparations. But I hesitate. I don't want to face the same ridicule. Not when I've worked so hard to feel good about myself. Part of me doesn't want to go at all. So, what happens if I choose not to attend my sister's wedding? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more real-life stories.